right, awesome. Episode 1 off the floor podcast. My name is Billy Sobolewski.
I'm Ethan Appleton. We're excited to have you guys on. We're going to get into a lot of content, but for now, we're just going to start with some background stuff. So, Billy, let's talk about how you got into this field.
Man, so I've been doing this now for 13 years, but this even starts back way before that. Playing soccer growing up was at one of my community colleges I started at, and I tore my ACL. Going through the process of that was kind of one of the hardest things for me. I was told all the time, especially as a soccer player, that we didn't need the strength stuff. It wasn't for us. You worked on your ball work, your conditioning, and you'd be fine.
Yeah.
Looking at it back now, that was the craziest thing I've heard in my life.
I think that's still common, even.
It is, but it's
Unfortunately.
insane to me to even think that someone would not think that. So going through my PT process, I thought I wanted to go about PT. And then as I kind of went through more and more, I realized strength and conditioning is the route I wanted to go into more. I think I had more influence over a lot of kids, a lot of like injury prevention stuff before they even had to worry about going to see a PT and that stuff. So for me, my mindset was if I can get them at the beginning and build them from that point too, I can really build an athlete better off.
Right.
And so for me, like I said, when we first started it, it was a process, right? And I would say you open a business, start from day one, and you have it as empty as it is right now, just me and you in here.
Yeah, right.
And luckily, after 13 years of doing this, we've put a good product out there, and we are here today to be able to start our first episode of a podcast.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it's actually one of those things that we've been wanting to do for a while, and I think it's just one of those things that the timing wasn't right, and I think right now, especially after COVID and everything, this is a route that we're excited to go now. So, for me, it's been an awesome process, and it's been great to have someone like you on now, and we'll kind of get into who you are and how you started with this and go from there.
So, kind of similar to you. I mean, grew up playing lacrosse, just like you, went to school for exercise science, thought PT was the route that I was going to want to go as well. The more and more research I did, the more and more I realized, one, you don't always get to work with athletes, right? But two, like you, kind of want to get on the front side of things. So we had the connection after I finished school at St. Bonaventure. Shout out to the Bonnies. We just kind of made it work, and I started kind of at the ground level and worked it up until here. So this is a great, really cool opportunity for me to be a part of as well with you.
And the funny part about you saying the ground level, Ethan actually worked out here. Years ago.
Yeah.
So it makes me look a little older than it is what it is. But
yeah, you're young at heart. You're young at heart.
That is true.
Everyone knows that. Come on.
If you know me, you know that already. But yeah, that's what makes it even better that Ethan obviously training here at one point, which I would say is a key to understanding and really building off of anything you do to teach an athlete in here. You have to know what it's like to go through the exercises here before anything else. So it's super exciting that we've kind of had this opportunity to do this. And now, like I said, is for us, I mean, now we want to get into the fact of what is this, right? Like, why are we doing this? Like, I mean, I have 3 kids. I can be home with them right now, driving me maybe a little crazy, but it's all right.
3 under 3 is crazy.
Yeah, listen. If you know me, I'm a little nuts at that point too. But for us, I think there's something that we wanted to come out here and we do so much in the gym on the floor with everybody. Hence the name Off the Floor.
Right.
We wanted to come in here and give more dialogue, I think, right? At the end of the day, of what we could teach you, not just, like I said, in the gym, but here now. Like, questions you might have for us, things like that. People might ask us. We could answer a little more depth outside of the craziness of being in the gym.
Yeah, and I think whether it's exercises, whether it's, we see a lot of and hear a lot of things from our athletes about different processes, right? Whether it's recruiting, whether it's, someone coming off an injury that may have come to us post-injury. So we can kind of give a little bit more of a conversation to things that don't involve just the training aspect of it, just from our experiences with athletes. And that's kind of what this is going to be.
And I agree. And another thing I always say is, this is one piece to the puzzle.
Right.
I think there's a mental piece to it too. Like, what does it feel like when you're going into a big game? How do you control those emotions?
Yep.
You mess up in a game. How do you go from taking that and being like, what can I do now?
Yeah.
Like, how can I make now the next play, that back play, affect my next play?
Yeah.
And I think that's something that when we get into this more and more, we'll be able to bring on people on that, specialize in these kind of conversations.
Yep.
And we'll be able to hopefully answer questions that, you guys, they might have actually, say per se, watching this and be like, hey, this is what, I've been looking for this answer and I haven't found it yet.
Right. Yeah, I think it's just a good opportunity, one, to kind of build more of a presence for us, and also just lend some help and have an open conversation about what athletics and the landscape of athletics is, because it's even from when I was in high school, which was a little bit ago, but not like you, but it's changed even from that point. So I think to give kids kind of an understanding of what to look for and things to come up and stuff like that, I think it'll be great.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. And again, like I said, this is one of those things like has been a long time coming for us. I think it's a piece that like we can just teach more. I mean, at the end of the day, I think people always want more information.
Totally.
And if this is one way we can do it, then we'll go from there. And these things aren't going to be an hour long, right? I think at the end of the day, people want quick information.
Yep.
You know, get to know who we are. We can about to bust some, a little bit here and there, and then kind of go from there and
Yeah.
really get some information to you guys that are helpful, hopefully.
Yeah, totally. So we're excited to kind of get into our first episode here and keep them rolling from there.
Look, guys, I think with this is what do you guys want to hear?
Yeah, we want to hear from you guys. So if you guys want to hear from certain people or learn about different processes, anything like that, drop a comment in for us. We'll look at them. We'll try to do everything we can. Whether it's something that's a little bit out of our realm where we want to get someone on. We know a lot. We don't know everything, right? So if there's stuff that we can bring people on to give you a better kind of understanding about, I think that's what we want to do with this.
Yeah, and like I said, these are things for you guys, right? So if you guys have something, even if you feel like man, I'm nervous about this, let's be the ones to do it for you. Right? Let us ask the questions.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can find the answers for you at the end of the day.
Yep. So yeah, with that, I mean, let's see where this goes, and we're gonna keep it rolling from here.
It's gonna be a good time for sure. So listen, we're excited, guys. And like I said, that's the end of this first one, and hopefully we can get some more information to you guys and go from there.
Yeah. Thanks for watching Off the Floor.
Awesome,
Nathan.
guys. I'm Billy. Take care, guys.